Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. An honor to meet you guys. Thank you for being here today. We are going to talk about our PBL under topic electricity. Let's go. First of all, our group consists of Iskandar as first presenter, Hadi as second presenter, NIZAMUDDIN third presenter, and MUGILAN. Let's identify the problem from the situation given. The aim for this research is to study the energy consumption at home. Meanwhile, the hypothesis is the more electrical appliance used, then the total amount of electricity bill will increase. Then, the manipulated variable is type of electrical appliance. Responding variable is power rating of the electrical appliance, and the constant variable is type of tariff. So, let's identify the problem from the conversation above. From the conversation, we know that Hanis used hairdryer an hour a day after taking a shower to dry her hair. And her roommate, Alisa, said Hanis should pay more for the electricity bill because she used the hairdryer every day and caused the electricity bill increase. Hanis also used television overnight once a month. Then, from the conversation, we know that Alisa also used more electricity because she used the night light burning all night.
After we identify the problem, let's list the facts found in the scenario. We find out that they use electrical appliances such as hairdryer, television and nightlight. So, let's learn a little information about the electrical appliance. Most of hairdryer will have power rating label to indicate the maximum wattage, which typically range from 800 to 1800 watts. So, if the power consumed by Hanis for drying her hair an hour a day is 1.8 kilowatt hour, then in a month the power consumption will be 64 kilowatt per kilowatt hour. For television, most of LED TV has rated power between 60 watt to 150 watts. The larger the screen size, then the higher the power rated. If the power consumed by Hanis for letting the TV on 10 hours once a month is 0.8 kilowatt hour, then the power consumption will be 0.8 kilowatt hour. Then, for a nightlight, it's only used about 1 to 5 watts power. The amount of power used by a nightlight is listed by the wattage the light use. So, if the power consumed by Alisa for her nightlight every night for 12 hours is 0.9 kilowatt hour, then in a month the power consumption will be 2.7 kilowatt hour.
After we know the fact contained in the scenario, we need to make some assumption on the scenario. So, let's go. First of all, we need to assume the power used by the electrical appliance such as hair dryer, television and nightlight. So, let's assume that hair dryer use 1.8 kilowatt hour. How do we calculate it? First, we need to convert the kilowatt to kilowatt hour by multiply the kilowatt an hour. As example, the hair dryer use 1.8 kilowatt, then we need to multiply it with 1 hour because she used the hair dryer an hour a day. and we will got 1.8 kilowatt hour. Then for the television, we have fixed that their television measures is 42 inch. 42 inch television use around 0.8 kilowatt hour. And how do we calculate it? As usually, we need to multiply the kilowatt an hour. So for the television, we need to multiply 0.0 kilowatt with 10 hour a day, then we will got 0.8 kilowatt hour. Lastly, for the night light, it only use around 0.09 kilowatt hour because maximum night light use 0.0075 kilowatt. So we assume that Alisa used the night light for 12 hours every night. Then we need to multiply 0.0075 with 12 hours and we will get 0.009 as the answer. The assumption that we make for this situation is Hanis used 54.8 kilowatt hour and a month, and Alisa used 2.7 kilowatt hour a month. How do we assume it and how much their bill? Stay tuned for the calculation.
So, after we list the facts and make an assumption, it's time to prove the situation by finding who need to pay more and how much. So here we go. First of all, we need to change the unit from kilowatt to kilowatt hour by multiply the power and time because we want to know the energy use of an electrical appliance. For hairdryer, it uses 1.8 kilowatt and we need to find the electrical energy use by multiply the power in kilowatt with time in hour. So, we need to multiply 1.8 kilowatt with 1 hour because Hanis use hairdryer an hour a day. Then, the answer is 1.8 kilowatt hour and we need to multiply with 30 days to find the energy used for 1 month. So, we will get 54 kilowatt hour as energy used by hairdryer for 1 month. After that, for television with size 42 inch has a power rate 0.08 kilowatt and we need to times with 10 hours because Hanis used the television overnight, and the answer we will get is 0.8 kilowatt hour once a month. Last one, for night light has a power rate 0.0075 kilowatt and we need to times with 12 hours because she used the night light all night long. Then the answer is 0.09 kilowatt hour and we need to multiply with 30 days to find the energy used for 1 month. So we will get 2.7 kilowatt hour as energy used by night light in a month. After we know the energy used by electrical appliance, now we can calculate the electricity bill that they should pay. How do we calculate electricity bill? When we want to calculate electricity bill, we need to multiply the energy used in kilowatt hour with TNB tariff rate and divide with 100. After we get the estimate value, we need to minus the value with ICPT rebate, which is 0.02 per kilowatt hour. So, total energy used by Hanis is 54.8 kilowatt hour. Now, we want to calculate the electricity bill based on energy used by Hanis. First, we need to multiply 54.8 kilowatt hour with tariff rate that is 21.80 for first 200 unit, and we need to divide with 100. Then the answer we will get 11 ringgit and 95 cent as the estimate value. Then we need to minus the value with ICPT rebate by multiply 0.02 with 54.8 kilowatt hour, and the answer we will get 1 ringgit and 10 cent. After we minus the estimate value and ICPT rebate, we will get the current bill that Hanis should pay, that is 10 ringgit and 85 cent for the months. For Alisa, energy used by her night light is 2.7 kilowatt hour, and we need to times with tariff rate that is 21.80 for first 200 unit and divide with 100. Then we will get the estimate value that is 59 cent and need to minus with ICPT rebate that is 0.02 times with 2.7 kilowatt hour, and the value for ICPT rebate is 0.054 cent. Then after we minus both value, we will get the current value that Alisa should pay, that is 54 cents. So, the total of energy used by the three electrical appliances is 57.5 kilowatt hour. Then, the total electricity bill for the three electrical appliances is 11 ringgit and 39 cent. From the calculation that we have done just now, who should pay more for electricity bill? Hanis' price is 10 ringgit and 85 cent, and Alisa price is 10 ringgit and 54 cents. From the calculation, we know that Hanis should pay more for electricity bill every month because she used more energy than Alisa. Then, how much extra Hanis should pay for electricity bill? So, we need to minus Hanis' price and Alisa's price, and the extra is 10 ringgit and 31 cent. How to reduce energy consumption at home? We can reduce energy consumption by turn off lights when leaving a room, unplug device when not in use, use smart automate device, use a smart meter to track usage, or you can switch to energy efficient appliance and keep thermostat at low temperature, or switch to double glazing and wash at a cool temperature. So that's all.